everyone. Okay, well, we're 5, 6 minutes in now, so I think it's fair to say that we can start. And if we can just hold silence where we go through the introduction and the the mantras and the breath work, and then if there's any questions at the end, feel free to ask Ankara. Okay? Okay, everyone. So if we'd like to start off and just close our eyes together right now and sit in a comfortable position, and we'll take 3 deep breaths together. And the 3 deep breaths are going to be for our mind, our spirit, and our soul. We take our in breath and our out breath. In breath, out breath. In breath and out breath. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, you can return to your normal breathing state and open your eyes. As I introduce our guest tonight, Ankhara Akeru, is also a member of our community, and I've asked Ankara to join me this evening to work on his specialist subject with his breath work. Ankara is a father and a certified breath coach, and he runs his own school platform as well called Entheo Breath For Men, where he helps them to connect men with their roots and their deeper and create a deeper healing together. So it's my pleasure, Ankara, to have you here this evening, and I'm going to hand over to you now.
Thank you so much, Mark. I really appreciate you hosting me here in your Peaceful Path community. It's a great space. I love, I love the approach to coming into the school space and just bringing that peaceful mind, peaceful soul, and I love the peace that you bring into the space when you come, Mark. I definitely it's very felt, So thank you for having me, and thank you everybody else who's joining us this evening. Appreciate everyone. I know we all have busy schedules and families and different things happening. So I really appreciate that you've all taken time out to watch this tonight and to participate in some breath. And if you're watching the replay, thanks for joining us, and I hope that you'll enjoy the journey. Mark, if you want to, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but you can pin me to the chat so that way I'm presented on the main
How
part of
do
the
I
screen.
pin you? I've not done that bit before.
If you go to the icon with the two little people, the bottom right,
Okay.
and then you see my name there, and you could
Yep.
click on that and hit pin.
Okay. Click on that.
So we all learn a new
And
function if
pin.
you haven't.
There
There you
you
go.
are.
All
Look at
right.
that. Look. This is amazing. We're learning something new every day, everyone. Okay.
All right, there we go. Cool. Yeah, so thank you for that lovely intro. I did want to share a little bit more about myself before we jump in this evening. And Mark, we have is it a full hour or is it a half hour we have together?
Well, we said, 30 to 45 minutes. So I'm sure if everyone's okay up to an hour, then if people need to go, they can drop off the call, but you just carry on for as long as you need.
Okay, amazing. And if you have any questions, anybody during this during the conversation, you can always just type it in
yeah,
the comments here, and I'll be able to resource that back later on. But we'll definitely have a space at the end as well where we answer any questions if some curiosities come up for you this evening. Um, but yeah, my name is Ankara Akeru. As mentioned, I am a loving father. I am a entheogenic expert, I guess you could call me. And I'm just here to share the breath with you all this evening. I personally found the breath being a very main source to peace, finding peace in my life, and really calming my nervous system. When I first got into breath at a very early age as a teenager, I was studying people like Stanislav Graf. He was a really big proponent, teacher for me for breath work. And if you're familiar with Stan Graf's work, he gets into transpersonal psychology, and he gets into this part of his thing is all about birthing as well. And so when I was about 30 years old, I had my one and only child. And well, I should say we had my former partner and I had a child together, and that was when I had my first really, really deep, life changing experience with the breath. And so on that evening in 2008, um, I was awake the evening before the birth of my daughter, and I was under this beautiful prenumbral eclipse of the moon. And I remember just staying up late that evening and praying for, the safe birth of my daughter, for her to come into the world in a safe and healthy way, and for me to have the strength to be able to show up and help bring her into this world. And um, it was a whole deep process because she was going to be overdue, and we really needed to like have her at home and not have to go to the doctor's office to give birth. So we planned an intentional unassisted birth at home. And so in that process of getting to the space where we were giving birth, I was, it was the first time I ever experienced something like that. And so it was important for me to get into that space of comfort and of protection for my family. So the next morning I was awoken very briskly by her mother telling me that, hey, my water just broke, we're having the baby. And so I quickly prepared the birthing space we had in our tub at home. And my mother was actually present at the birth as well, and that was really special. But I remember, there was the one specific point where my daughter was started, coming through the womb, and I always imagine myself like being there to catch my daughter, right? And so I think maybe every father imagines like that they'll be there to catch their child. But that was a vision that I had. But very quickly that got changed because her mother was starting to lose her strength in the water, and she wasn't able to hold herself up in the water. So I actually had to jump in the tub behind her and lift her up from her shoulders and sort of support her from behind. And my mother came around, and she was the one that was there to catch the baby. So as my daughter came through that portal, I remember I wasn't prepared for that first moment, and she was not breathing. And all I could think in my mind was like, breathe, breathe, breathe. And I was so like scared that she wasn't gonna breathe. And in that moment, I actually found myself breathless. I couldn't breathe in that very moment because I wanted her to breathe so bad. And in that breathless moment, um, I was taken into this visionary state, and I saw this thread of light, and this light source was in the womb of her mother, and then this light connected to my child, and then connected to my mother who was there to catch my child, and this cord of light continued and stretched on beyond my mother to my grandmother, my great grandmother, great great grandmother, and all the way back. I could see the lineage. Like, I could literally see this cord of light going through the womb of every single grandmother's great grandmother, great great grandmother. And in that moment, I had this deep understanding, or understanding, if you will, about that connection of the womb and the birth, and then she finally took her first breath, and that connection between the first breath of life, and just the importance of how breath is to life, and so it made me realize that the depth of that, and how powerful that women are, that they're able to bring these lives into creation through their womb. Well, I realized the power of that in that birth. I'd never experienced something like that before, but that is what set me on my journey to begin as a breathwork facilitator, and why I'm here today to share with you all that sacred breath of life. So that's my little intro. I wanted to share that with y'all because I think it's important to know why we're on the path, and to set our intention, really. And so that's what I want to do next. I want to share my intention with you, and I want to give you all an opportunity to sort of set your intention for this breathwork session that we're going to be doing together. So my intention is to be here as a safe guide for you, to teach you something new, to teach you something useful that you can take into your life, and really apply these techniques. Maybe one of these techniques that we'll learn today really sticks with you. Maybe it's something you've already had as a part of your practice, or maybe it's something that is something that isn't useful for you, and you just skip over that one. But um, my intention is to definitely give you at least one little tip or technique today that will help benefit you in your breathwork practice in your daily life. So that is it for me. I wanted to just quickly, because I want to tap into you all here. It's not just about me talking. This is community, right? So let's share just quickly. Let's share our name, where we're from, in like a one sentence sentence. Doesn't have to be super deep, or anything too crazy, but let's just share like one little thing. So Mark,
Maybe we
you
can
can go
start
first.
with, do you want me to start? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm Mark Lawrence. Obviously, I'm the facilitator, the co-owner or the owner of the Peaceful Path. And my intention this evening is to share this wonderful space with everyone. And the important thing at this moment in time, more than ever, is to bring peace to our world. And where all this trouble and trauma is going on in our world right now, peace is so important. So that's my intention this evening, to share that peace and love with everyone.
Thank you. Let's do a deep breath between each share. So let's take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, release, let go. All right. And who wants to share next? And you don't have to share if you don't want to. You can just type your chat in, or type your intention in the chat. But I would definitely love to hear from you and hear your voice if you're able to share.
Karen, would you like to go forward? Karen Falkenberg?
Sure, I will. So I'm Karen Falkenberg. I am the facilitator of our community, which is Health for a Limitless Future. One of our big missions, and I say our because it's all our community, and my co partner in my business, Ryan McQueen, is our community. My intention today, because I live in Fort Collins, so for me it's just a little after noon in the afternoon. My intention for our time together this afternoon is to feel a sense of community. I know just about everybody here, but not everybody as well as I don't know everybody as well as I would like. So, and Ankara, I know you and I have talked a little bit about us doing some things with Mark. So, my intention is to be able to just immerse myself in the space and learn from you.
Thank you. All right, deep breath in and out through the mouth. Let it go. All right, who's next?
I can go. My name is Karen also, and I'm a part of Karen Falkenberg's community. And in the midst of my health journey, I have recently, in the last year or so, added meditation and breath work to that. So my intention is to be here to learn and to add something to that new process for me.
Amazing. Thanks, Karen. And my mom's name is Karen, by the way. So that's pretty cool. We got two other Karens in the room. So thank you so much. All right, deep breath in and out. Let it go. Who's next? Is that Mark? Mark Eldridge?
Sure, I'll go. This is Mark Eldridge. I'm having spotty internet, so hopefully I don't get bumped off again. But I'm down in the Florida area, so I have good weather and not too windy here right now. But we are having internet challenges this morning. Just glad to be here and looking forward to hearing more about the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you. Deep breath in through the nose, out to the mouth. All right. Who else we got? Who's up to bat?
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm from Nouveau Brunswick, Canada, and my intention this afternoon is just to keep myself calm and relax.
All right. Thanks, Becca. Hey, good to see you. I know we've connected a couple times in the space, so appreciate you being here. Thanks. Deep breath in and breath out. All right. Does anybody else like to share their intention today? Going once, going twice. All right. If you haven't shared your intention on the screen, type it in the chat for me so that we can be clear on our intentions. I think it's really good to set your intention because it kind of gives you a focal point and a direction. And even if you don't set that intention, your intention is to be unintentional, and who wants to be unintentional, you know? So thanks everybody for sharing and being intentional with your time here in the space. And we're going to jump into just a quick little review of like what nervous system reset is about, and we're going to be resetting our nervous system tonight for that peaceful path. And so to reset that nervous system, we're going to be dealing with the parasympathetic aspect of our nervous system. Now, some of you may know, some of you may not, but we have two different aspects or two different sides to our nervous system. And it's interesting that even it's called the nervous system. Like, why didn't they call it the calm system? They just called it the nervous system. But it's because it directly deals with our nerves and specifically the vagus nerve. And so we're going to talk a little bit about how we can vibrate that vagus nerve to better help us engage in the parasympathetic aspect of our nervous system. So the parasympathetic aspect of our nervous system is where we're in that rest and digest. It's a comfortable, safe space. It's a space that we feel calm and relaxed and rested in. And it's a great one to do, particularly like we can do some of these techniques at night before we go to bed. It will really assist with the sleeping. But I just wanted to point out that just quickly about the two different aspects of our nervous system. Now, the sympathetic aspect is that fight or flight, fawn and freeze. It's the aspect of our nervous system that quite honestly most of us are perpetually stuck in, right? It's that kind of like, it's not necessarily a fear state, but it's a very important aspect of our nervous system because we need to know when there's a danger, or we need to get out of the way or something, like as human animals that we are, that aspect of us being, we need to know when we need to take flight, or whatever. So this is a very important indicator of our nervous system. It's not a bad thing to be in the parasympathetic or what they call fight or flight stage. We need that as humans to survive. But in the modern times, because of stresses and work and just the modern pace of life, we get very much unbalanced, and we get very entrenched in that sympathetic aspect of the nervous system, which is even an interesting part to say is sympathetic. So it almost sounds like, I can sympathize, but essentially what we're talking about, or what we're looking at today, is finding ways that we can reset the nervous system and get back into that parasympathetic aspect where we're feeling calm and peaceful, and that's where we're at, the peaceful path. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight together. um, Both are important, both have their space, but we need to really focus on getting more so into that parasympathetic state so that we can have that balance in our life. We're not constantly stressed out, constantly in fight or flight. Okay. So the first technique is, everybody with me? Give me a thumbs up on the screen. If you're with me, you can hit the little emoji fun sign down there, but let me know you're here. All right, I appreciate you. So we're gonna talk about stimulating the vagus nerve, and stimulating the vagus nerve is something we can do really simply. Actually, Mark kind of opened up the space with that. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Just a simple Om. Anything that gets our voice vibrating, our vocal cords vibrating. Okay, so Om is a great tone or sound that you can make. You can hum. um, there's all different sorts of tones and things that you can make, but humming and oming is kind of like the most baseline way to stimulate and vibrate your nervous system. Okay, so you only need to do this for about 2 to 5 minutes each day, or each time you're feeling stressed out or you're getting out of that calm space. Just practice this technique, like 3 to 5 minutes, even just 2 minutes can be very helpful. Okay, it's very simple. All you're going to do is take a deep breath into the nose, and then once you've taken that breath in, you're going to release by creating a hum or a om sound. So it's real simple. Everybody knows how to hum. Um, and we're going to do this for, let's do that for 5 rounds. So normally I would suggest do this for about 2 to 3 minutes, but for sake of time this evening, we're just going to go over some techniques and topics and just visit them quickly. So that way you have a lot of different points that you can come back to, or like I said, maybe there's something that doesn't work for you. So here we're going to, let's just do it all together. Take a deep breath into the nose and out with a hum or an om. Om. Good. Deep breath into the nose, down into the belly. Oh. Doing great. Deep breath into the nose. This time try to chant or om at a different tone, a higher pitch or a lower pitch. Good. Deep breath into the nose. And change your tone again. Oh. Great. Last one, in through the nose, down into the belly. Now with the Om. Oh. Now I want you to just take note right now how you're feeling. How are you feeling in your body? How is your mind? Did that shift anything for you? If it did, type it in the chat. Let me know what shifted for you. If you notice any subtle difference, or maybe you're feeling a little bit more calm. But yeah, that's a great technique to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. And every practice that I'm going to share with you on this call today is going to be a parasympathetic practice, because we're in the peaceful path. The next breath is going to be conscious connected breath. Okay. This is an equal parts inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And we're going to breathe in for 6 seconds and out for 6 seconds. Equal parts in, equal parts out. 6 in through the nose, 6 out through the mouth. Okay. Real simple, but the key here is conscious connected breath. Okay. It's not just any breath, it's conscious. You're consciously aware. As you draw that breath in through the nose, you're feeling the air, you're being conscious of that air coming in down into the belly. Okay. When you're releasing and letting go, you're feeling that air, you're feeling your lungs start to collapse, and you're just feeling that somatic awareness and that consciousness of your breath. Okay. And that connected part of the breath, conscious connected breath, is that we are connecting the exhale with the inhale. So we're going straight from the inhale at the top to the exhale at the bottom. No pause, no breath hold or anything like that in between. So we want to be conscious of connecting the bottom to the top of the breath. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if everybody gets that. And let's just take a quick reset breath, and then we'll go ahead and start. So one more time, we're just going to do 6 seconds in through the nose, 6 seconds out through the mouth, conscious connected, no pause or break in between. You ready? All right, here we go. So just one quick reset breath here. Deep into the nose, out through the mouth. On your next breath in, I want you to breathe in through the nose for 6 seconds. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and exhale through the mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue at your own rate, counting in your head, breathing into the nose, down into the belly, drawing the air down into your belly. And when you get to the top, releasing the breath through the mouth, passive exhale, letting it go. Finding your own rate, your own rhythm. We're going to do a few more cycles here. Continue breathing in and out. Conscious connected breath. And putting your hand on your belly for belly awareness if you want to. Feeling the rise of your belly as you breathe in. And the air falling away, collapsing the belly and the lungs. Good. 2 more here. Breathing in and out. Last one in and release, let go. And that is the conscious connected breath. Really simple and really easy. And something you can do again just for a few moments of the day. Even if you're feeling a little, disoriented, or there's just a lot going on, it's great to take a step back, just pause, pull back, and breathe for just a few moments. It will change everything for you, I promise. Okay, so we've got 2 more techniques I'm going to share with you all. And then we are going to open it up for any shares, any insights, any questions, or anything like that. But today we're going to be practicing the 4 seasons breath. I'm looking at my notes here. I have actually several more, but I want to be mindful of the time here. So the first one that we're going to do is called the 4 seasons breath. It's also known as the box breath. Maybe some people already know it and practice it. I like to rename it. This is one of those conscious awareness things of the words that we use. But I don't like to put myself in a box. I like to get out of the box and think about it more like in the four cycles, seasons, 4 seconds. So we're going to be breathing in for 4 seconds. We're going to hold the breath for 4 seconds. We're going to breathe out for 4 seconds and then hold the breath for 4 seconds. So there's 4 cycles, 4 seasons, 4 seconds, 4 breaths, or 4 parts to the breath, I should say. So inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Does that make sense, everybody? Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So this one too, I like to take the pause, and I like to do some imagination with my breath as well. But particularly in this one, when I'm holding my breath, I like to just really be thankful for my breath, or to be thankful for something, and using that little pause of the breath and the moment to give thanks and have gratitude, because that can really fill our cup and make us realize what we truly have in our lives. So let's do that together. We're going to take just a quick reset breath, breathing deep in through the nose, out to the mouth, release, let go. And next breath in, we're going to go for 4 seconds, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Now continue this, counting on your own at your own pace. Keep it up. 4 seasons. You got this. You can do it. Breathing in through the nose, holding the breath, releasing the breath, and holding the breath. Keep it up on your own count here, your own cycle. Let's do a few more rounds, continuing that breath and just being grateful for this moment, this time, and for the peace that you can find within your breath. Everybody's doing really good. Keep it up. Keep going. Finding your own flow, connecting with your breath, connecting with the body. Good. Let's do one more round here together. Wherever you're at in your cycle, just coming to one more round. And just so coming back into the regular breath awareness, regular breath state, breathing in and out through the nose. And just seeing the difference, like taking a moment. How do you feel? How do you feel in your body? Noticing any little subtle differences, maybe an activation, maybe somewhere where you're feeling stuck. A great way to become consciously aware of the body here. And speaking of that, this last breath we're going to do is going to be combining the body movement with the breath, okay? I like to call this one the ocean breath. And this was one that I kind of created myself. I guess, the breath and the movement isn't anything new, but just the visualization and the concept of the ocean and how the tide rises and the waves come in and they rush back and go away. Okay. And this is just how our breath works. The inspiration, the expiration, right? The rising and falling of the tide. So here we can imagine, use our imagination station to really see that water and see the flow of the ocean as we breathe in and breathe out. And as we're breathing in, what we're going to do is use our spine, and we're going to breathe in with our chest like this, and you're going to kind of poke your belly out. And then when you breathe out, you're going to curl your spine back. So breathing in, sticking the belly and the chest out, and breathing out, curling the spine back. Okay, so you're just basically doing this motion with your breath. Okay, so as you're breathing in, imagine that tide, that ocean coming in, breathing out, watching it wash away and fall away. Okay, you all get the idea. We're going to take a reset breath, and then we're going to drop in. So I'm going to do it with you here, and I'm going to kind of guide you through it, but I want you to do this, find your own race, your own pace, and your own path in this. Okay, you don't have to be going exactly the same rate as me. So let's just reset the breath, taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, releasing, letting go. Good. And on the next inhale, we're going to breathe forward in with our chest. And breathing out, releasing, letting go. Good. Breathe in. Ocean coming in. Breathe out. Water washing out. Breathing in and out. In and out. 3 more here. Breathing in and out. That's 1. 2 more. In and out. Good. And last one. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting the tide fall away. Good. All right. So this one, I love adding that visualization and the body movement, because really the 3 key components to getting transformation, to getting out of the mind and to getting into the body and getting into peace is intention, which we already set today, the breath, which we're already doing, and movement. If there's anything that I want you to take away from the session today, is those 3 components: intention, breath, and movement. That will get you in a transformational state, get you out of any, rut or space where you're just feeling stagnant, and really help shift the energy. So with that, I am going to just round down the session by, again, thanking you all for showing up and breathing with me. Thank you, Mark, so much for being our kind host here in the Peaceful Path. And I just want to encourage you all, take this away, take whatever serves you, leave behind what doesn't, and begin to apply this 2 to 3 minutes a day. It doesn't take a lot, to drop into this state of awareness where we're feeling focused, we're feeling clear, calm, and peace in the mind and the body.
Cool. Thank you, Ankhara. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful session. I'm sure everyone's enjoyed it. I certainly feel very energized. I feel very calm. And it was very interesting because Yo-Yo, which some of you know, my little dog, came up during the breath work, and she sat right next to me here, and she was doing the breath work with us. So it was wonderful. Thank you so much, Ankhara. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. And if anyone has any questions for Ankhara now or wants to say anything, please feel free to do so, and mute your mic and then ask any questions.
Thank you. Really great session. Feel the energy. And the last one you called, I loved how you called it the ocean coming in. Did you actually have a name for the actual practice though? Is it just called ocean coming in, or doing the
It's
practice?
the ocean breath. Yeah.
Ocean breath. Gotcha. Thank
Yeah,
you.
the
This
ocean
was
breath.
great.
Yeah,
Appreciate
and
it.
I'm a Florida native. I
Good
live in
stuff.
Jacksonville as well, so we got to connect, Mark, for sure. Your neighbors.
Yeah, absolutely. We're doing actually an IRL virtually next Saturday in the morning. I'll send you the information on it for Florida.
Cool.
Amazing. Thank you.
Anyone
Yeah,
else have a question?
I would love to hear, even if you don't have a question, I would love for you to share either on screen or in the chat. I'd love to share, you to share just anything that you might be taking away from this session today. Whether that's peace and calm, or you had some sort of transformation in the mind, you're feeling different, maybe anything that you would like to add, it would be helpful for also those who are watching this on the replay, and just to, connect and make it really alive for you.
There are some comments already in there, Ankhara. I don't know whether you've seen them yet. Some intentions have been set. Intention to learn from one of our participants this evening. Another one is, my intention is to bring myself back into rest and digest after having a crazy morning. So that's
Mhm.
perfect for this.
Yes.
And another one is the chat. If you aren't familiar, it's at the bottom right. We know that one. Loved how you called it the ocean coming in. That's from Mark. Another, thank you, my friends. This was great. I really like the ocean breath and the visualization that goes with it. So thank you so much, everyone. Oh, there's another one here too, which is feeling sleepy, although during the seasons felt anxious at times, stopping for breath. Wonderful. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and if any of you want to share, like I always really benefit from receiving from you all. Like if you want to record like a little 30-second, 1 minute video and send it to me and share your thoughts of like what you experienced today, that would be amazing. And for those of you on the call, I think most all the men on the call are already in Entheo Breath. So
Yeah.
thank you for being over there with us. And, for the women, maybe you have a partner or a husband or, family member, somebody that is a man that would benefit from doing this breath work. I would love for you to send them over, and we can, help them out with some tips and techniques to shift that frequency. So thank you
Perfect.
again, everybody. Appreciate you. And
Thank you
yeah,
so much, everyone. So we'll just call an end to our session today. And, my love and peace to you, Ankara. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for joining us. And I'm sure everyone will have a better day and a better evening for this. So thank you.
awesome.
Namaste.
See y'all soon.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Take care, everyone. Take
Thank
care,
you,
everyone.
Ankhara.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Bye. Cheers, Isaac. Thank you. Karen, thank you too. Bye,
You're
everyone.
welcome. Lovely, lovely time.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.